For the last 2 years. Good morning, crew. If you're hearing this, it means you belong to a small group of essential personnel waking up in the first wave. Let me bring you up to speed. For the last 2 years, Vanguard has been cruising safely to our destination, following alien coordinates to the main objective of our mission. 5 days ago, we switched off the Alcubierre drive and dropped to sub-light speed. You might feel a bit heavy on the main deck. Gravitational compensators keep deceleration down to a slightly uncomfortable 2G. The red zones on the ship are locked and off limits, unless you want to experience what 90G feels like. We're now approaching our target. So far, sensors aren't picking up anything, but don't let that get you down. We're still a ways off, and...
Collision course alert. Action required.
Report. What's going on?
Sir, we're detecting a massive cloaked object directly in our path. The calculations show we're 3 weeks from impact.
Begin evasive maneuvers.
Sir, this object is several times larger than our solar system, a diameter of nearly 200 astronomical units. Considering our current speed, I'm not sure we'll be able to adjust the course in time.
How could we miss something this big?
The object employs some active cloaking technology and does not seem to have any gravitational interactions with nearby systems.
Sergeant Nahi, are the section leaders awake?
Yes, sir.
Get them up here and lock down the bridge. Not a word of this to anyone. We don't want to cause a panic on board.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the Tabletop Temple where we paint, we play, and we pray to the dice gods. And my goodness, I am gonna need that tonight, because tonight I am playing some ISS Vanguard. My hope is to turn this into a regular series and hopefully go through the whole campaign. And if you notice, based on that intro, it says that was the intro to the whole campaign. Clearly, I have everything set up right here. And it says go to the rulebook page and begin step 4, page 28. So just to do that, we chose our sections. I have to control the development of all 4, but I've only brought 2 with me. We chose our starting crew, which, if you look over here, I just chose recon and security. For security, we're bringing along Adrian Oliver, and then for recon, we are bringing along Tabissa Gebejo. I don't really know how to pronounce that. So, yeah, we decided to do that. We have prepared the section dice and cards, got all of that prepared. Then we chose the away team. I just said who it was. I have the planet board set up, as you can see, with the rank card is above the board right here. I have everything that I possibly need. We have the mission right here, the unique discovery right there. So the next thing I need to do is to read the mission card aloud, which I think you would want to do that after log 1. But the mission card says, the Vanguard knows our lost coordinates and will surely send a second team to investigate unless we find a way to silence the cannon that brought us down. They are in grave danger. Kind of weird how it says that you need to read the mission card before you read log 1, because log 1 kind of puts things in motion. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do that.
Put your comments on.
You've heard the briefing, so I'll keep this short. ISS Vanguard is now barreling at 300,000 kilometers per hour toward an alien-made sphere, larger than our own solar system. Our engineers are trying everything to decelerate and alter our collision course, but that might not be possible without endangering the crew's health and the ship's integrity. You're our plan B. We're sending you forward to scout the object and determine its composition and structure. We need to know how close we can get without endangering Vanguard. We've equipped your lander with additional fuel and extra supplies. If Vanguard flies past the sphere, it might take months for us to reconnect. This means you won't have any cargo space for any additional equipment. Due to your rapid awakening, you may also feel not at your best. We hope the effects of the torpor chamber fade before you reach your objective. Godspeed.
Alright, so now we are going to go ahead and proceed. What's going on here?
Capcom, this is the away team. We're approaching the target. Our short-range scans detect an outer shell of unknown carbon allotrope that seems to absorb all emissions. We have no way of knowing what's inside.
We're already crunching your data, away team. I'll let you know if we find anything.
No wonder we couldn't detect this thing. It was literally built to be invisible.
Should we attempt a landing?
No, we're not sure how resilient the structure is. Make a closer flyby and deploy a sample gathering drone.
Roger, Vanguard. We're...
Wait, I'm detecting something on the surface of the sphere. A metallic object embedded in its shell. Look here. The surface around it is cracked, almost as if it crashed into it. It's turning toward us? We're hit! It's shooting at us! It's some sort of automated sentry, anchored on the sphere!
Abort. Do you copy, away team? Abort mission now.
Okay, so it says that you've crashed on the surface of an alien object. The recon section player takes the start token, which I have that right here. Let me go ahead and grab it. Let me grab it. Let me grab it. Let's see. Nope, that's the actions. I know the start token's in here somewhere. Give me 1 second. Where is it?
Where's the set?
Okay. If you're looking for the other set, she was messing with it in the dice tower in the room. So yeah, give the start player token to the recon player. The recon player. Which I'm glad I brought the recon player along. So let me try to see something. There it is. Come on, come on. Okay. So let's see what else we gotta do. Oh. Did I miss something? Proceed. Recon player, see the reference card in case of any questions.
8, right?
Yeah.
I got it all.
Recon section player takes a start token, decides who takes the first turn, see the reference card in case of any questions. Okay, so whenever we do this, let's see. Red log 1. Yep, I'm going the wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. Let's see. Okay, well, okay, yeah, that's true. Supposed to go ahead and take the players, and I'm supposed to put them inside. Nope, turn this off. Turn off. There we go. So I'm supposed to put one of these on the crash site and the twisted wreckage. Recon player is going to be taking the first turn. So without further ado, so a quick rundown of this game. It tells a story along the way of the ISS Vanguard exploring missions in space, but each individual sheet, or page rather, has of the planetoid is a planet book, and we just so happened to crash land on the Eye of the Void. It was this, as you heard in the story, it was this big metallic object that was heading our way, and we've decided to go here, and a cannon basically shot us down, which found us in these two spaces. So I'm going to, I think it's much better if I would have read this off first. So the Vanguard knows our last coordinates and will surely send a second team to investigate unless we find a way to silence the cannon that brought us down. They are in grave danger. All right. So basically, the way turns run, it's going to be taking 2 actions at a time on your turn. Those actions that you could take, you could, and they're going to perform 2, like I said. You can travel, which you're going to go ahead, I'll probably get a little bit of a close. You can go ahead and travel from space to space unless you are blocked by this little icon right here. I apologize for if it's not exactly that clear. You could go ahead and rest action. Oh, and whenever you do go ahead and you travel, you're going to notice that there's some icons that you're going to pay along the way. In this case, it's going to be the global condition travel, which the icon is at the right side right there, and that's going to cost us. The other one is actually the spend a die, which I'm going to explain how that works in a little bit as well. So that's basically rundown of the travel action. You could take the rest action, which in this case, it's going to be you could reduce the number of supplies that is on your lander, but according to the global card, this is the first mission, we have an unlimited amount of supplies. So we're not worried about our juice boxes and stuff if we need those along the way. So we are good on supplies, at least for this first mission. When we do other missions, we're going to have to very much worry about them. So you reduce it by 1. You're going to refresh your total dice that you have spent, and half of the total dice rounded up. So for example, if you have 3 dice that you spent here, you have 5 dice in total. You'll be able to take the rest action to refresh 3, because 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, and up 1. And then the other thing you do for the rest action is you get to draw 2 cards. Is it 2 cards? My bad. 1 card from your section deck. Your hand limit is for rank 1 soldiers is 2. So if you draw 1 and you end up with 3, you have to discard down to 2. So that's how the rest action works. The prepare action, which probably better to go ahead. You know what? Security team is actually not going first. Hold on. Let me go to recon. So let me go ahead and draw the 2 cards. The next action that we could do is prepare. We could draw a section card and make a dice check to trigger dice combinations. Dice combinations are going to be dice requirements, doing a dice check, and then performing the actions on the bottom to go ahead and spend those actions. During dice checks themselves, you actually have to go. Okay, so the best way I can do it is actually like this. To perform a dice check, and they go ahead, most of them are actually required along the map to perform actions on the spaces we're on. So most of them is going to require a dice check. So what you go ahead and do is, let me go back to the recon player. You're going to, first step is you're going to choose the dice. You can choose any amount that you want. So I'm going to say I chose these 2, just for example. You're going to add any injury or danger die, which injury dice is going to come from injury cards that you have on the bottom. And the danger die is going to be, most of the time, is going to be a requirement on the map itself when you perform that action to perform a dice check. So that being said, you pick the danger die, you go ahead, roll them, and then you modify the results by spending cards up here. That's what the top of the cards are for. So for example, this catch a breath says you're allowed to run 1 red die. Well, I don't have any red dice, but this one says during a dice check, you're allowed to re-roll 1 blue die. So, roll 1 blue die. Yeah. The symbols on the die themselves, a lot of them, I'm trying to go through these rules very fast, I apologize. A lot of them are basic symbols, accidents, and then the Vanguard symbol right here. The basic symbol pretty much means nothing for the most part, except if you notice and again, I apologize if you can't see it, if you notice that each crew member can actually convert that symbol into the basic symbol into a particular one. So in this case, Tabitha can actually convert any basic symbol into a computer symbol. The Vanguard symbol could be used as any symbol, doesn't matter what it is. Okay, so, and then finally on the dice, they have the accident symbol. We don't want to roll accidents. We need to pray to the dice gods that we do not roll accidents. So, so once you're done modifying the results that you want, let me put this back to here. You're going to resolve the injury and danger dice, which I'm going to, when I get an injury, I'm going to explain how that works a little bit later. Then you're going to resolve special effects, in which case those are mainly going to appear on, actually, let me go a little bit closer. The special effects are going to be resolved top to bottom, left to right. They're mainly going to show up when you see tracks or something along those lines. You would have to resolve the, so again, top to bottom, left to right. So the top would be any symbol that we would roll accident would go along this red track. And then this symbol means any dice that remain in our dice pool, any dice, any color, doesn't matter, is going to go along this green track right here. Now, once we achieve either the outcome of green or red on a space action, you're going to go ahead and mark that outcome. So in the case with the track, if it goes off all 3 spaces and then goes onto this, you mark that outcome. But if you rolled no accidents right here, which in this case is actually no accidents, well, no, I take that back. If you roll bad, if you roll accidents on here, you're actually going to have, just basically accidents are bad things that happen. So, but anyway, to explain the dice check, you're going to go ahead and mark the outcome. Then you're going to come back to the player board and you're going to go ahead and spend those dice to resolve the outcome. And then once you resolve the outcome, you just do what the card says. Most of them are going to be replacing cards with other cards. So, but that being said, the last action that you can do is exertion. Or the last thing you could do. I take that back. Exertion is actually not an action. If you are out of moves completely, I mean, like you have nothing else that you could do. Like if you can't rest, if you can't play cards, nothing like that. Or let's say if all, here's a better example. Let's say all 5 dice are in here. Can't do anything else to gain them back. Nothing. You can't rest. You can't do an action. Anything. What you could do for the exertion, it doesn't count as an action. You could sacrifice one of the dice and put it back into the section compartment to refresh 5 dice. Or in this case, we sacrifice, we're only getting 4 back. So, that is basically the game in a nutshell. And the rest is actually going to just tell the story along the way. Hello, Mr. Brian. Hello there. They're all beep, beep, bubbles. Beep, what? Beep, beep, bubbles.
What's Lucas?
Oh, that's Lucas. Hey, Lucas. How you doing, bud?
You can tell by the way he spelled your name.
I see that. Hey, Mr. Brian. Hey, you said Mr. Brain. I love your live stream. Oh, thank you so much. Go ahead, share it with your friends. Maybe they could all do that. So anyway, let's go back to here. It is Recon's first turn. She is on the Twisted Wreckage, and it says the only way out of the tail part of the lander is blocked by a heavy buckled bulkhead. Well, like I said, this symbol right here means we can't move out of here. Oh, and by the way, the objective of our mission is to actually make it to space 4. Once both players are there, we'll complete that mission and then continue on. So, but anyway, she's trapped. Security team is trapped up front. So, like I said, we're blocked, and the only thing that we could do is a special action on this space. Special actions can only be done once per turn. They can't be done more than once on your turn, obviously. I said that. It's like I said that twice. That's really weird. I did. So she's trapped. So this says the special action, force the bulkhead door open. Well, in order to do that, we need to perform a dice check. So let's go to the recon board. The symbols actually we need is a strength symbol, a shield symbol, and or a compass symbol. So one of those three is actually going to give us what we need. So let's get this party started. Ah! Did not mean to do that. Okay, so dice check. Clearly, we need the strength symbol, and that's this almost appearing on this die right here. But I think we're also going to use this. And I don't know if I want to use the blue die. Do I want to use the blue die? I do not know. I really don't know if I want to use the blue die. Screw it. We'll use the blue die. All right. So we go ahead. We chose our dice. I don't have any injuries. I don't have any. Nothing requires me to roll a danger dice unless if I roll an accident. So let's go ahead. Give the dice a roll. Pray to the dice gods. Oh my god. Okay. Well, let's see here. Well, we got the strength symbol that we need, but we're getting hurt doing this. So what I think I'm going to go ahead and do is play this blue die, this card to re-roll a blue die. Hopefully no more accidents. Okay, cool. So I don't have anything to re-roll a green die, which stinks, but that's okay. So let's go back to this part. So we modified the results. Check for dice combinations. Can actually do check for dice combinations. So we have this card right here as well. So I can spend the dice, this blue dice right here. I can actually spend this blue dice right here to go ahead and draw myself 2 cards. Although I can't modify the results further because I'm past that step, so I can't do that. All right, so we resolve injury and danger dice. So, well, we didn't have to roll the dice, but we do have to mark. So that's not coming up until the mark the outcomes. So don't have to resolve any injury or danger dice. Resolve special effects. There's none. So now we got to mark the outcomes. So let's go. Wrong way. So we're actually going to got the red outcome and so we do have to roll the danger die. She's pushing that bulkhead door open and she's getting hurt. Hi there, how hard is it to learn the rules by yourself? I have the whole game but keep playing other things instead. Well, I actually kind of went through the rules in a nutshell, but it's really it's more intimidating than it looks. I will say that. The rest of it is actually done through the app. So like right now I'm performing a dice check. So I'm on the step where we chose our dice. We didn't have to add any danger or injury dice. We rolled it. We rolled an accident and 1 symbol. I did modify the results, so I didn't have to roll the danger dice again. At least I don't think you have to do it twice. But just to be safe, I didn't want to do that. So we didn't have to resolve the injury or danger dice because of it didn't show up to add it into our roll. So we marked the outcomes and now we have to spend the dice. So what we're going to do now is, let me go back to recon. I have to spend the accident symbol, and I have to roll the danger die. So rolling the danger die is you have this chart, and whenever you see the roll the danger die symbol, in which case I apologize, it says we have to roll it for a T. So coming back to the roll area, we're gonna go ahead and roll the dice, and the T clearly stands for tutorial. So we're gonna roll the dice, and hey, look at that, we didn't get anything. You take the die result and you compare the result to the section that you're supposed to roll it for. So in this case, T, I didn't get any of the symbols. If I would have rolled this, I would have had to gain a scratch. And if I would have rolled the one with 3, I would have had to spend a die. But in this case, I only got that. So great, nothing happens. So now, the other outcome, we did have we're going to spend the die for the strength. And guess what? We resolve the results. So, in this particular case, where's the bag? I just had it. In this particular case, we are going to gain a success token, which I will pause right there. I apologize. Above here is the rank up card. Whenever you go through all of these missions, you're going to be gaining these success tokens in many, many different ways. Tell Nanny I said hi, by the way.
Hi, Lucas.
She says hi. So once you go ahead and you gain 3, you'll flip, in this particular case, other rank cards are going to have other requirements in order to complete them. But once we gain 3 rank up tokens, we'll flip it. And then these 2 that came along on this mission is actually going to level up or rank themselves up, gaining more dice space, more hand limits to their cards, etc. So that's pretty much how the rank up part works. But in this particular case, we gain a success token, and then we get to replace the card with P101. That is P91. Let me get it. P103, 102, 101. All right, so get that. So now we are on the outer surface. We can't reach the other part of our lander via the surface, but we could descend into the honeycomb structure of the sphere. Cool deal. So, now we have a choice. Well, actually, no, I don't have a choice. So, the action on here is a special action. Remember, I said you can only perform 1 special action per turn. So the only other thing that I could really do is I could probably rest, or I could probably travel. So let's see. I think I'm actually going... No. Draw 1 side. So you don't have to do all the things on the rest if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty certain you don't have to do that. Let me double check. No, 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 no. Rest. Okay, whenever you follow these steps, reduces supplies by 1, refresh half. So yeah, when you rest, you do have to do it. But hey, it'll let me actually gain more cards and possible different outcomes. So yeah, I think that is what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and move. So I'm not going to make it worth it 2 yet. So let's go ahead and move. But wait. We have to do this requirement right here. So if we go to the global condition, it says in order to travel, when you see that icon, I either have to spend a die, which moves it to the spent pool, or roll the danger die in order to move to a connected sector. I'm feeling very, very, very bold. So let's go ahead and roll the danger die. What we get? So we have 4. There's only 2 and 3. I got lucky. The dice gods are on my side. I like it. So, going back to the board, or the map rather, go to log 227. All right. We shall go to log 227.
Do you read me? I'm now under the surface of the sphere. It seems that the cloaking panels rest on a delicate carbon mesh, sparse enough to squeeze through.
Good. We can use this to navigate under chasms and cracks.
I wonder how deep it goes.
Stay focused on your mission. We need to regroup first.
Roger that.
All right, we're going to go ahead and proceed. Place point of interest card 109 face up in sector 5. Does it not want to show up? What happened? No.
What's she doing?
I'm just trying to figure out why it's
No, it's what?
why it's showing up like that. Oh, okay. Okay. That's why I was wondering. Place point of interest card 109 in sector 5. All right, so let's get 109. That's 115. That's a lot of 113s, Jesus. 110, don't you do it. 109. All right, so now we are at, let me go here. So now Recon is standing in carbon mesh. There's no obvious way forward, only a labyrinth of tiny passages. That is actually going to be the end of her turn. So that's very interesting. So now we're moving on to security. It is security's turn. It was actually in the front of the ship, which again is blocked off, can't move, which sucks. So the crash site. The lander's front is half buried in the delicate carbon surface. The plasma from the solve still melts through the hull. The special action on this is save the supplies. Well, he's got supplies to save. So that's actually going to require the special action in the blah blah blah. That's actually going to require the special action when we do the dice check. I posted a video for everyone to come watch you. This is the last comment. Aw, thank you, buddy. You didn't have to do that. I guess this means that's the last comment. He's able to leave. All right, so we have to perform the special action. He probably wants to save as many supplies as he possibly can. So let's go ahead. Screw it. We're going to roll it all. Rolling it all. Choosing the dice, rolling it all. Do I have to roll any danger die? No, I do not. All right. Let's go ahead and give this dice a roll. Oh, he didn't even have any of his stuff. Any of his cards. How about that? So, yeah, let's get this party started. Come on, pray to the dice gods. Pray with me. Oh. Let's see. Woo! Okay, no accidents. That's actually really good. So, with this particular case, I don't have to add any injury or danger die. I don't have to, let's see, we rolled the dice, modify the results. Do I want to modify the results? Because really, to go forward, all I needed to get it along the green track is have a die in my spent pool of any color. That's really all I need. So, oh, nope, I'm in the roll area. Come on. So do I want to modify the results? I do not. I don't have any accidents, so that's really good. So now we're going to check for dice combinations. I need at least 4 in order to gain that. So Vanguard symbol, 2, 3, 4. So let's see. Discard 1 danger die from your roll pool, or any dice, roll 1 die from your spent pool and add it to the roll pool.
7 years ago.
I don't think I'm going to be doing that either, because he's going to be resting afterwards. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and resolve special effects. Let's go to the map. So top to bottom, left to right, we didn't roll any accidents, but we did go along the green track. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That's actually going to put all 4 of the spend 4 of our dies. Coming back here, we actually succeeded in the outcome, the green one, which is fantastic. So we saved a lot of the supplies. Guess what? We get to go ahead and put another the moment it decides to do it. Come on out, you bastard. So we get our second success token for the rank up card. Replace this card with P102. I like that. Where is P? That's the first card I pick up. Yeah. And then we went ahead and recovered the supplies. We won't have to worry about food or oxygen for a long while. So now we have new actions on here. They're special actions. Use the aid station, where when we do a dice check, as long as we have a green and a blue die in our roll pool, you get to discard an injury card and an injury die. And then the other action is, as long as you have 1 dice of any color, refresh 4 dice and draw 2 section cards. They're both special actions. So the big thing that the only other option I can do, because in order to move to the next sector, I have to spend a dice. I rolled all of my dice inside of that dice check. So I am not able to do that. So what I think I'm going to do for his second action is I am also going to rest. We have 5. I'm going to refresh one of each. One of each of his color die. So that is actually going to end his turn. So one thing I didn't talk about, which I actually was supposed to be doing, but I've kind of gone through this before, so the events don't really matter at this point. They're not going to matter until we get to the right side of the map, really. So to give you an example, I'm actually going to do it twice. But when you're done taking turns, you're supposed to draw event cards for each of them. So what I'm going to do, that's actually what I'm going to end up doing. So for the recon player, it says, if you have no icons match this, discard the card and progress all time tracks by 1. See what I mean? It doesn't become relevant until you get to the other side of the map, until things start changing. And then for security, same thing. If no icons match, discard this card and move all time tracks by 1. If they did match, then we would have to do the big thing that's on the that is on the card. So that is the end of round 1. Not too bad so far. We're doing pretty good. Okay, so the end of the round, we can give the start token to any one of the players. I think we're actually going to go ahead and give it to the security player to let him go take the next turn, because this guy, yeah, he needs to needs to rest and recover. Okay. So that being said, let's go ahead and do that right now. Hello, lemons a juice. Lemons a juice. I like. You know what that reminds me of, dude? That reminds me of the Master of Disguise. I like as a juice. You like as a juice. That's pretty funny. How you doing, man? Thank you for popping in. So security is gonna be taking the next turn. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I do have 2 die. Is he rested last action? So you know what? We are gonna go ahead and move. So we gotta go to log 3. We gotta go to log 311. Oh, I didn't even close that out. 311. Let's see.
Away Team Exploration Report 1C.
The darkness and silence of an eons-old structure enveloped me.
The carbon mesh formed small tunnels, their network sprawling under the pitch-black surface of the sphere. I set up a radio beacon to notify the other survivors of my location, and sat there, in the dim light of the flashlight, trying not to think too much about who these corridors were made for.
Alright, so proceed. Are all crew members in Sector 4? No, they are not. Keep taking turns until all crew members are here. You must read the log entry each time a crew member enters this location. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and keep going. Cool, my wife confirmed for me that I actually... So, for moving into that space, I actually had to go ahead and spend a die. So, that's what that happened. Yeah, man, truly, lemons and juice. How's your night going, dude? Have you ever heard of this game before? ISS Vanguard? Could be. I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So he needs to perform a second action. So let's go ahead and do just that. So I think what I'm gonna do... Let's see. I don't need to prepare. Discard one danger die. Roll one from you for a dice combination. It says to... Let me bring in... So it says to roll one die from your spent pool and add it to your roll pool. So that'll actually come useful if I decide to do that much later on. It's pretty good, and no, it's pretty interesting right now though. Yeah, it's basically a space exploration. Kind of think of Star Trek, but better. No offense to the Trekkies out there. I know people love Star Trek, which respect to them. Don't get me wrong. So let's go back to security. So I think what I'm gonna do for him for now is rest. He spent all those supplies. He needs to rest. He needs to go ahead and rest. He needs the juice box. He brought one along with him. All right. So have unlimited supplies. I get to rest my 3 dice. So now we are full on a go. So now we get to draw a card, but I have to discard down to 2, so let me see. Which one? Let's see. During a dice check, reroll any color die. That's actually very good. I think I'm going to keep the danger die one, and I'm going to put that in his discard pile. Alright, so that was his 2 actions. Guess what, security? You're done taking actions. So now we're moving on to the recon. It is Recon's turn. Let's see where she's at. She's actually still in the carbon mesh. She can't move. You would think it'd be easy just to come here and then come here, take 2 travel actions, but no, it's actually not. This place is blocked off because this way only goes one way, and that's depicted by that symbol right there. So, but there is a special action on here. And it is squeezed through the carbon mesh. And if we succeed it, we could take your crew member and any number of assisting crew members from this sector and place them into Sector 4. So that's pretty much how she's going to be able to get into Sector 4. And that's going to complete the mission 1 for this map. Oh, bro, do I really want to try that with just a couple of dice? Because if I fail, I got to go to log 112. I don't know. I don't know if she wants to... Maybe she wants to rest first. No. Well, let me see. What do the cards say? Let's see what we got here. I can roll a blue die. I can roll a green die. So... And this action is actually... This special action for the dice check is actually going to cause me to roll the danger die. So, yeah. I think it's a pretty safe bet. And just in case I need to re-roll the green die, we'll do that. Alright, so let's see. Let's go to recon. So that's what we're going to try. We're going to do the special action. So I'm going to grab the 2 dice. I'm going to grab the danger dice. And let's go ahead and give them a roll. Let's see. Pray to the dice gods. Pray them hard. Pray the dice gods, pray them hard. How about that? Dude, I got 2 basic symbols, and I got 1, which means, according to this, it does mean nothing. I like it. The real Yiro Zipeli SB7. Man, these names. I apologize if I butchered that, my dude. How you doing? Niohio. Hi. Am I saying that right? SB7, dude. I got a feeling that you two know each other. I just catching that feeling. How do you have the rank? How do I have the rank? Well, it's not my. Hold up. No. Security and recon are the ones that have the rank. SBR Steel Ball Run. Wait, what? Brother, the rank. Oh! God, I'm freaking. The chat rank. I'm freaking stupid. I'm so sorry for that. I have no idea. I mean, y'all race. Go ahead and race and see who keeps number 1. Oh, you do? Okay.
They get points for liking the live,
Oh.
commenting.
Okay, cool. Well, anyway, back to the dice check. So, I get no injury. I don't have to spend a die. The dice gods are on my side tonight. But I have these 2 basic symbols. I'm not going to modify any of them. So, I don't need to do any dice combinations either. So, I guess, so what Tabitha, whatever the hell her name is, I don't know how to pronounce it, Tabitha, she could convert the basic symbol into a computer symbol, and if you go back to the map, that's one of the symbols that we need. So, I am not modifying the results. I am not checking for dice combinations. I don't have to resolve the injury dice or anything. But what I can do is mark the outcome. That's what's going to be happening. Then I gotta go ahead and spend the die. She has to spend it all. All rolled dice have to go in there. So, come and you absolutely love this. I'm gonna go through the whole campaign. So, or at least I'm gonna try to. Spend the dice, resolve the outcomes. So we spend the dice. So we are going to take her. She's squeezing through onto the carbon mesh and getting into that sector. Game looks pretty interesting. You played it with me. What are you talking about?
I'm trying to get my rank up.
No, fair enough, but still. Miss Guru, that's Miss Guru chatting in right now. You played this game with me.
And I didn't like it.
No, fair enough. Oh, then you're lying. This game looks interesting. Then why you didn't stop playing it with me?
Because you stopped playing.
Anyway,
Everything else?
you know, they're actually really fun to play on a live stream. Title Blades. It would have to fit on here though.
Dice thrown.
Dice Throne might. I don't know, but it might. Even Too Many Bones, if I can get that to fit on here, that'd be pretty cool too. Oh, anyway, so yeah, so we squeezed them. We gotta go back to. We gotta go to 311. Let's see. Let's pull this up. Gotta go back to 311.
Away team exploration report.
And we gotta do that
1C.
every single time.
The darkness and silence of an eons-old structure enveloped me. The carbon mesh formed small tunnels, their network sprawling under the pitch-black surface of the sphere. I set up a radio beacon to notify the other survivors of my location, and sat there, in the dim light of the flashlight, trying not to think too much about who these corridors were made for.
Let's proceed. Are all crew members in Sector 4? Guess what, fucker? Yes! We're all here!
Away team exploration report 1D.
As the last member of the away team appeared in the distance, we felt instant relief. The mission started in disaster, but we were alive. We regrouped, we had some supplies, and we were not far from the designated landing zone. It was time to get to work. First, we needed to make sure that any rescue team sent after us wouldn't suffer the same fate.
Why, they got shot down? Alright, so replace, it says to replace the POI Sector 4 with card P105 technical corridors and remove mission 1 from the game and gain a success token. So let's take that step by step. I like the reading parts. SBR is manga made by Hirocho Arakai. Sorry for bad. No, dude, you're good. You ain't gotta apologize for that. SBR. Well, may I ask what SBR stands for? If you don't mind me asking. Well, yes, I know it's a manga. I read manga, but I never heard of SBR. It sounds interesting. All right. So anyway, P105. 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 So, let me go that. Go, you dang bastard. So now we are on the technical corridors. What or who used this spider web of passages? Oh, so that was actually action 1. Oh, damn it.
I'm smart.
So nothing was going to happen with that event. I really need to do that. Steel ball run.
I'm smart.
What's
I know
that?
how to use Google.
In a nutshell,
Book
what's that?
7.
What's that about?
It's book 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Oh. Okay, cool.
It's horse racing, treasure hunting.
All right, so that was her first action. We are now going to remove mission card. We've completed mission card 1. That's why that didn't make sense. Mission card 1. Nope, that's mission card 3. Mission 10. Where's mission card 1? Oh, don't even tell me. Oh, I grabbed mission card 2 in its place. God, I'm dumb.
Snowball Run follows a massive cross-country horse race across the
I
United
am so
States.
stupid.
The main character, Johnny Joestar, is a farmer jockey who lost the ability to walk. He teams up with Gyro Zeppeli, a mysterious racer using special steel balls with strange abilities. As the race goes on, it turns into something way bigger and darker than just a competition.
That sounds interesting. It's something like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like you said. I won't explain because SB7 will get mad. Fair enough, Zijus. Alright, so this was actually mission 1. Whenever someone enters Sector 4, don't forget to lose the log listed. Okay. When you fulfill the objective, you'll be asked to discard the mission. So, yeah, I had the wrong mission card up. Scream at me in the comments all you want. But the last thing I need to do is gain a success token. And guess what that means? We are getting our last success token. So, that means this card could be flipped up. These two are going to successfully rank up in their missions. All right, so that was still her first action. Monkey D. Luffy, commonly known as Straw Hat Luffy or simply Straw Hat, is the founder and captain of the Straw Hat Pirates. He pursues legendary treasure of the late Gold D. Roger. That's not SBR. That's just One Piece, right? Am I right or wrong? Anyway, while we wait for that answer. Oh, he says wrong guy. Nice. All right, so while we wait for that answer,
No answer.
I need to go.
I gave you the answer.
No. With mentioning this.
Oh.
Mentioning what's the comment. We need to perform a second action. Let's see what we can do here. Can we do anything? Roll dice, spin into your roll pool. So no cards are going to help us. So I'm going to have to rest. I have no choice but to rest. So we take all 5 of our dice. I'm going to take this one. I'm going to take this one. And I'm going to take this one in case you're wondering which one I'm grabbing. Where you going? Got it. And then I gotta draw a sector card. Let's see if we see. I got 2 dodge cards, so I don't need a second one. Put that back. Alright. So we can now proceed with the next one.
Away Team, Exploration Report 1E.
The demolition charges we salvaged from the lander could now come in handy. Thanks to the webway of tunnels under the surface of the sphere, we could reach a spot directly under the cannon and blow up the entire portion of the sphere it rests upon. We know it is a safer and faster approach, though it would lead to a gaping hole in the structure and remove a part of its cloaking surface. The giant Dyson sphere would no longer be invisible. Some of us proposed a riskier alternative. We could reach the cannon via the surface, run towards its base, and then find a way to disable it, or destroy it with a much smaller charge placed directly on its side. We put it to a vote.
Oh, shit. Alright. This is where I'm going to leave it up to a vote. We can either A, all players choose one. In case of the tie, security section player makes the final decision, even if they are not on the way team. Damn. Alright, so we can either blow up the part of the sphere with the cannon. This will permanently damage the sphere and compromise its cloaking. Or we can approach it with caution and disable the cannon. This will be riskier and slower. I will leave it up to the chat. You want to go guns blazing, or you want to take it safe? I will give it a few seconds, and then I will decide myself if nothing happens. A or B, A or B, A or B. I don't know which one y'all gonna go with. Let's see. Give it a second. Give it a second. I'm gonna give it about a minute, just so everybody could actually go for it. So we're either going balls to the wall, or we're going play it safe. I will leave it up to you guys. While we wait for that answer, let's go ahead. And I can actually explain a little bit more stuff while we wait. When we get danger die, that's actually a good one to go over. So when we get danger die, if we ever have to take just a scratch card while I'm waiting on that answer, we would gain a scratch card. We would actually gain a danger die, and then we would put it somewhere in the topmost compartment section of the dice. When we do dice checks, we have to include the danger die with. And when we go ahead and roll it, we have to make sure if it matches, if you can see it, you have to make sure that the symbol matches. In which this case, it doesn't. It's actually this symbol that is on just the scratch card. So that's basically, in a nutshell, how danger dies work. So, but I don't have any injuries. I'm actually very lucky, but I'm pretty certain the luck is going to run out. So, let's see. If anybody wants to go ahead and decide on this, tell you what, I will give it to the first person. We either want to blow up part of the sphere with the cannon, or do we want to approach it cautiously and disable it? First person to say it. Let's go. And I am waiting for 2 hours. As I wait, I couldn't help but contemplate and yeah. Blow up, big boom. All right, we blowing up. Blow up, big boom. You say it like, I feel like saying it like Animal from the Muppets. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we blowing it up. It go boom.
Away Team, Exploration Report 1G.
We set up the charges in the tunnels below the cannon and hid at a safe distance. In the void, we didn't hear the blast, and the carbon strands of the structure dampened the vibration so well that at first we thought the charge had malfunctioned. Only when we traced our way back to the surface, we noticed that the alien gun was gone, together with a wide swath of the surface. A light was seeping out from the deep hole in the ground. We approached carefully and found its source. The blast punched right through the structure, and within it, encased in a shell larger than our solar system, rested an old sun surrounded by debris.
Jesus Christ. All right. Hit the big boom! All right, place card P108 in Sector 3. P108. They chose big boom. P108 in Sector 3. Let's see. Tell us what he won, Johnny. He's won the Deep Crater card. Large part of the outer shell is now gone. Strange light is seeping out from the inside of the sphere. Well, ain't that about a B? Well, then, all right, well, I guess we got to continue. Let's see what we got. Vanguard's away team unlocked the Eye of the Void. Really?
Vanguard, this is the away team. We regrouped and got rid of the cannon that brought down our lander. No casualties. Any ETA on the rescue team?
We're already on our way, away team. ETA 36 hours. Hold on tight. Do you have enough supplies to last that long, away team?
Yeah, lucky for us, most of the stuff in the lander survived. We'll be cutting it close on the oxygen, but we should be fine.
Excellent. You can proceed with your mission then.
Please repeat, Vanguard. You want us to keep searching this place?
Of
Yes.
course. There's nothing else you can do for now. And we still need to know more about the structure before Vanguard gets too close. The scans you've provided indicate there's some sort of a room within the sphere, near your location, filled with what looks like some alien technology. Take a look and see what you can make of it.
Copy that, Vanguard. Proceeding with the mission.
Okay. Find mission card 3 and place it face up in the mission card space. I actually had him earlier. Let's see. Mission card 3. What we got? So, mission card 3. The Vanguard is still barreling toward the alien structure. We must discover what's on the other side and what its purpose is. I still feel very stupid because I had mission card 2 and not 1 the entire time when I was doing all that. But regardless, the 36 hours, wah. They better get here faster. So we have to, the objective is to fully explore Sector 6. And when you fully explore a sector, it actually has that the little flag that's on it. So let me find an example. Let me go this way. When you fully explore, in the top right corner, it's going to have the section, it's going to have the flag. That means you fully explored it. So we have to go ahead and fully explore Sector 6, which is down here. So we got to make our way there. So that was... So she moved, got in there. So that was still her first action. She still needs to do... No. Was that her first action or was that her second action? I don't recall. So go to log 3. Yeah, that was her first action. That was her first action. Right. No. Was I rested? Shit, I don't remember if that was her first action or second action. Second action. Ain't that about a B? Well, you know what? We have a new objective. I'm going to play it safe and say it was her second action so I don't gain more. Just to better safe than sorry. So that is... I'm just going to play it safe. It's just better safe than sorry. Stop laughing. All right, so we... Don't laugh at me! Alright. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Come to the map. Okay, so our new objective is to fully explore Sector 6 over here. So I guess we better start making our way over there. But I think let me think here.
My other message didn't go through. How rude.
Well, don't blame the game for being rude.
No, I'm blaming the video.
Proceeds to laugh anyways.
I sent a huge message of nothing but laughing faces.
Yeah, that appeared.
No, I sent him a longer one.
Oh, maybe when there's like a cap or something. I don't know. Okay, so her turn. Oh, there it is.
No, it's a different one.
All the smiling faces.
That's not smiling, that's laughing.
Laughing faces. Don't laugh at me.
Yeah, I'm number one.
Okay, so security team is done. We now have to draw an event card. And it says, if no icons match, discard this card, progress all time tracks by 1. We actually do match. So now we got to do this big thing right here. It says, the delicate carbon mesh breaks under your feet. You spend a lot of time freeing yourself. Progress all time tracks by 2. Well, in that particular case, we weren't resolving anything anyway. So, that is the end of round 2. Okay. So now we have a decision to make. We need to either give the first player token to security or recon. The recon team decides. I don't know which one to give it to. So I really want to gain that unique discovery, but I got to go all the way back to the outer surface.
Give it to me.
The only way we can get back to the outer surface is if we come here, then we come all the way over there.
Me.
So I will give it to recon.
Yay, I guessed right.
All right, so Recon's first action is going to be, she's going to travel. Let's go this way. Hold up. We have to do the global conditions. So we either have to roll the danger die or move to a connected sector. Well, roll the danger die or spend a dice to move to a connected sector. I'm feeling very ballsy. Very ballsy. Rolling the danger die. No 2s or 3s. It's a 2. Shit. Gain just a scratch card. Son of a bitch. So now I got to have a danger die for whenever I make all of my dice checks. I'm going to put it right there. Which, by the way, oh, dude, I'm sorry you're getting sleepy. It happens. It's life. We're human. Huh? That's cool.
Hey, 13 beats, not bad.
Yeah, for a start, I like that. So about the one more thing about the danger die, if you have a lot of dice right here and your dice gets pushed right here, it has to actually go into the spent pool. We're only rank 1, so it's not that big of a deal. So that being said, we need to go to log 130. This is action 1. Action 1. 130, yeah. 130. All right, so it says, is mission 3 your current card? It is. And then we click play.
Away team, exploration report 16C.
One of the technical corridors eventually led us to a small balcony attached to the inner part of the sphere. We gasped, looking upon the enormous space contained within the object.
Yes,
Before us, a derelict of an entire solar system floated inside the sphere, its sun red and tired. We took preliminary readings and scans. It seemed apparent that the matter of this system, and probably many neighboring ones, was repurposed to build this enormous structure. But why go through all this trouble only to hide an old red giant and some mined-out rocks? The inside of the sphere is covered with solar panels, aiming at the sun, yet all corridors and terminals we've seen so far are dead. Did something break in the circuitry of this part of the sphere? And can we fix it?
Well, yeah, didn't we blow up part of it? Place a random P000 card face up in the sector. Gain 1 success token. Cool deal. So whenever they tell us, let me make sure I got them all. Okay, cool. Well, I guess the first thing I'll do is gain another success token. That is going to give us our... Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's all good. Thank you for hopping in, brother. I hope you get a good night rest. So first thing I'm going to do is gain our success token. Put it right there. We have more than enough. And then we place it with a random P00 card. So whenever it tells you to place a certain point of interest card and there's multiple ones, you gotta pick a random one. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a shuffle. That nice little shuffle. What we got going on here? And it is nothing interesting. Just nothing interesting. But that's okay. Okay. She's maybe staring out into deserts and stuff. And it's fully explored, so that's pretty nice too. Okay. So we're gonna move there. She's gonna head that way. I think I'm gonna have her head up here, and I'm gonna have security head down here. Really probably should do that regardless. This is now her second action. What can she do as a second action? I don't know. Let's see. Oh, discard 1 danger die from your roll pool. Oh, can any of that help me? I do not know. I don't know. Her second action. I think I got enough to rest. So what I think I'm going to do is actually I'm going to take the travel action and I'm going to have her move up here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Oh, excuse me. So now got to draw an event card. And it says the symbols do match. Progress all time tracks by 1. Hint, in this tutorial mission, time track is on the global condition card, which may not yet be revealed. Well, yeah. So that is the end of her turn. I see now why these are actually so useful. Is that them? 2 actions left, 1 action left. Okay. So that was all of her actions. Let's move on to security. Security, you're going to get your ass to that control room that's down there. So your first action, which actually I was supposed to spend a die for recon to move. So let's go. Let's see if security is just as lucky, because I gotta either spend a die or roll the danger die. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and roll the danger die. What we got? What we got? What we got? Dibba-da-da. No whammies. No whammies. Credit to dice gods. Gain just a scratch card. Son of a... Ugh. That's annoying. Gain a scratch card. Let's gain ourselves a danger die. Put it right there. Nothing really happens. Alright. So we have to fully explore Sector 6. Well, no time like the present. So I need 2 reds and 2 blues. Well, with the 2 reds and 2 blues, I really think I should... Oh, let me show you the action.
How long you have left?
Oh, not too much longer. You can go, baby, you can go lay down. You ain't gotta stay up for... You ain't gotta stay up for me. If you don't mind, just feed the cats, please.
Okay.
So they don't make that much noise. But anyway. So I either need the pickaxe symbol or the wrench symbol, which really I have neither on any of these dice. So really, this is really just a game. This is really just a random chance of that these two came along. Probably should have brought along engineering. I think the engineering has those symbols, but regardless, I'm going to perform that special action. Doesn't require me to roll any danger dice, so I think that's what I'm going to do.
I'm still watching you, but I'm going to lay down.
Oh, you're good, baby. I love you.
Love you.
So let's try to get this. I need at least a Vanguard symbol. So, love you.
Love you.
I need the Vanguard symbol. What can we do? So I think I'm gonna choose 4 dice. 3, 4. Ooh, thank you. I'm actually very thirsty.
You can keep it back here. That's this guy.
So we choose our dice. Excuse me. We have to choose the danger die. That has to be a part of our roll. Remember, if I could just get 1 Vanguard symbol, that would be fantastic. So, and the reason I say that is because with the Vanguard symbol, we'd be able to use it for the pickaxe or the wrench and get this outcome. We can refresh the die, but then the arrow that's right underneath it means that we would also get the green outcome. All right, well, let's go ahead and see what we got. Dice gods, don't fail me now. Oh, dang it. All right, let's see. Well, one positive, I don't have the symbol to match on the Just a Scratch card, so nothing happens there. So that's pretty nice. All right, let's try to see if we can modify these results. Roll a die of any color. Come on, green. Come on, green. Ha! Ha ha! The Vanguard symbol. Yeah! I got the Vanguard symbol. Cool! It takes a lot of dice, my children. But it's worth it. So, let's go ahead. Let's see. Modify the results. Check for dice combinations. Do I want to? We can discard a danger die from the roll pool, but I didn't roll it anyway, so not worried about that. Resolve injury and danger dice. So that does not go there. Oh, wrong one. That does not go there. So then we got to go ahead and mark the outcomes, which the outcome that we are getting is the yellow one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me. Alrighty. And this is his second action. So if I remember that correctly. Forgive me if I'm losing track of that. I'm getting old here. Alright, so we mark the outcomes, then we spend the dice, which in this particular case, we're going to spend the Vanguard symbol and put that right inside of the roll pool, which, do I want to? No, I can't heal from anything. So the rest of the dice are also going to go into the roll pool. We mark the outcome, and now we resolve the outcome. So we get to refresh one die. I'm refreshing that one. This one's also going to come back. And go to log 230. Alrighty, 230 it is. What we got?
Away Team Exploration Report 1H.
The room Capcom spoke about was in the center of the web of technical tunnels. It was enormous, a dim cathedral of silent alien technology. The countless devices and consoles, though all made of the same material, had a bewildering array of sizes and input methods. They had one thing in common, though. All were inoperable. We've gathered some pieces of alien technology and decided to look for a way to switch them on.
All right. Gain Unique Discovery 1. To gain Unique Discovery 1, if the card is still on the Unique Discovery space, which it is, reveal it and place it in the indicated Found Discoveries place above the planet board. If you already gained it earlier in the tutorial, gain 1 success token instead. Cool deal. We got it. I like it. We've got the Unique Discovery. And let's see what that said unique discovery is. It is exotic carbon allotrope. If I'm reading that right. Exotic carbon allotrope. Ship management when unloaded. Place research project R1 and alien materials in the awaiting envelope. Cool deal. So we're going to put that above the planet board. And then we are going to continue. That was his second action. So let's see. We went to log 230. So really nothing has really happened right there except we've done that. So we harvested the alien components, but now we have to resolve. We have to resolve, as that was a second action, got to resolve an event card. So what we got? Icon matches. Progress all time tracks by 1. The time track is on the global condition card GO1, which may not yet be revealed. We didn't reveal global condition card number 1. Alright, so that was his second action. On to the that was security. And that is the end of the third round, I believe. If I'm having trouble keeping track, my peoples, I am very sorry. So, I'm going to take that as doing the round. But just to be safe, I'm going to keep the start token to the recon team. Let's see where she at. She is in the convex panels. She is in the convex panels, which says cluster of solar panels that once powered, this section of the sphere no longer appears functional. Okay, so this one, if I do a dice check here, this one has special effects. So I think the first thing I need to do is maybe rest. I think I'm gonna choose her to rest. So I have 5 dice. Yeah, her first action is going to be to rest. So if that's the case, we're going to refresh all 5 dice. Well, it's half rounded down, which 5 divided by 2 is 2.5, rounded up is 3. And going to draw a card. Ugh. Which I love how there's absolutely no like health per se in this game, health to track. That's pretty cool. So let's see what we can keep. We got acrobatics to move 1 dice from the roll to the owner's spent pool to turn 1 other dice to the basic results. That's actually very useful instead of just a simple reroll. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. All right, and then yeah, we have unlimited supply, so I'm not worried about that. That was action 1. Action 2, I think we're going to go ahead and try to install the power coupling. It is a special action. Special actions means we only do it once per turn. But we need... Okay. This is probably where that green die would... Okay, so... Yeah. We have ourselves covered just in case. So all I need to do to get this is to roll a green, 2 greens, and a blue die or the wrench symbol. And then we would go to log 424. But if we roll any accidents, then I would have to gain another scratch card injury. All right, so that's a tough decision to make. So, well, let's go ahead. So I'm gonna choose the 2 green and the blue die. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I pick up the danger die. No blood droplet with the little splatter one, so I can't roll that symbol right there. That's the symbol that's on the scratch die. Come on, dice gods. Well, look at that. No accidents and no scratches. I love it. Check for dice combinations. I'm not going to, or modify the results. Not going to do that. Check for dice combinations. Not going to do that. Resolve the injury and danger die, which it does not match the symbol, so that could go back on the board. Then resolve special outcomes, in which this particular case, the only one that's there is accidents. So we rolled no accidents, which is great. So I have the Vanguard symbol, and I have the two green and a blue with no effects. But what I think I'm gonna end up doing, I can't do it. Actually, no, I can't refresh a die because there's nothing inside my pool. So, because that has to that has to have already a die already has to, well, a die has to already be in the spent pool in order to do that. So, I'm not going to do the yellow outcome. I'm actually just going to do the remaining dice in the pool. And the outcome that I'm going to end up marking is the green one, in which case now we're going to go ahead and spend all of our die. This is second action, just to keep track. I'm going to try to do that from now on. And then we resolve the outcome, which in this particular case is we have to go to log 424.
The ancient machinery connected to the panels flickers and almost immediately begins to wane. The power coupling you've just installed begins to smolder. It won't last long.
Interesting. Is global condition 1 present on the planet? It is not. Place global condition 1 card in the indicated global conditions side of the board. I think I have that right here. Yes, I do. All right. Is card P106 Strange Console in Sector 6? No, it is not. Place point of interest card P106 in Sector 6 as the power circulates through the structure again. The ancient terminal has awoken. All right, so I got to place card P106 inside of Sector 6. Let's go. P103. I'm at P113. Don't need all that. 110, 107, 106. See, I did good by coming here. All right, so we fully explored P106. Completion. When you fulfill, you will be asked to discard this mission. When you fulfill the objective, you will be asked to discard this mission. But P106 is actually there. So that's interesting. It was what, 424? So proceed. Global condition 1 wasn't there. G01. Global P106 wasn't there. The ancient, as the power circulates, the ancient terminal has awoken. But it's fully explored. So do I discard the thing? Fully explore Sector 6. Fully explores have the flag icon. It does have the flag icon. I will leave it up there just in case because there's actions on this card. So it kind of seems like whenever we're going to go across this is the time track that we known about. So that was her second action. So now she has to draw an event. No icons match. Guess what it does? A strong radio disruption comes from the other side of the sphere. Within the deafening white noise, we seem to hear some human words. Spend 1 die. Well, gotta do what it says. Spend a die. All right. That was her 2 turns. So, one more thing I'll say about these guys, this game, is that whenever we're doing missions going after this one, we're going to be spending charges for these guys to have special abilities. So, that's always nice, but they're not required or played with in mission 1. So, okay. So, we're moving on to security. When you fulfill the objective, fully explore Sector 6. Let me just double check myself. 424. We did that. Click no. P106 is not in Sector 6. Point of interest cards power. Yeah, place POI card 106, P106 in Sector 6, and that's what I did. Okay, so yeah, we'll just continue on. All right. So her turn. It is now Security's turn. His first action definitely has to be to rest. Most definitely has to be to rest. So let's go ahead, put a red. No supplies are needed right now. And then we also gonna go ahead and draw the card. Let's see. During dice checks, roll a red die, catch a breath, and 2 dodge cards. I only need 1 dodge card, so let's go ahead and do that. Put that in in the thingy. Okay, so I already have the unique discovery 1, which is always fantastic. So I'm down here. I may as well access this console. There is special action if So if I have a green and if I use both a green and a blue die, it's going to go across the red track. But if I roll any other symbols, if I roll the shield symbol, the compass symbol, the wrench symbol, or the little atom symbol, it goes across the green track. So he needs to access this console. So action number 1 was resting. Action number 2, we're going to do the special action where we go ahead and do that. Okay. All right, security. Let's show these guys how smart you are. So I picked up the dice already, except I do have to grab the danger die. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. Well, hey. It matched the symbol. That sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so do we want to modify the results? Turn the dice roll, check. No, I don't think I want to modify the results. Although, dang, I don't have a green one, so let's see if we could try, during a dice roll check, re-roll a red die. Let's see if we could try to get another Vanguard symbol. Nope, that sucks. Although, it is a basic symbol, which I already spent the card, so too late now. So security can actually turn the basic symbol into a shield. So technically, I have 2 shields and a Vanguard symbol. And it's on a red die too, at that. So that's pretty cool. So, well, the only use so now we're going to go ahead for check for dice combinations. So I'm actually going to use that one. Spend a basic symbol to discard 1 danger die from your roll pool. So definitely going to do that and put that one back because I do not feel like spending a die. And that's actually going to spend the blue die back into the spent roll pool. So now we're going to have to resolve special effects, which in this case we have 3 of them to go through. So it is, let's see, the shield symbol, which I have 2 of those because he can convert the basic into a shield, a red basic. And then I also have the Vanguard symbol, which could be used as any symbol. So I have 3 symbols. So that would be 1, 2, and 3. If I rolled a blue and a green die, then I would have had to reset the green track, which sucks. So, let's put those in the roll pool. Well, in the spent pool, rather. And that is his second action. So now he has to draw an event. So what is the event going on today? Oh shit, it does match. A group of black automatons stampede through the structure, oblivious to our presence. We better get out of their way. So I can either spend a red and a blue die, which I can't, but I have no choice. I gotta roll the danger die. Oh, shit. No, come back. Unless it's a symbol I like. Wait, where'd it go? Oh, it's under my foot. Okay. Come on, I don't. And it's the danger die T. Okay. So come on, no whammies. Nothing. Dude, yes. I love it. Okay, so nothing happens. We just watch the damn automatons run by. Alright. So let's go to... You know what? Instead of keeping track of who's going first, I'm just gonna decide that myself. So... Alright. I'm gonna use the action symbol as well. The little action token that's right here. Okay, so back to her. Let's see what we could do with her. Well, I definitely think we would want to refresh the die. So, no. What does her stuff do? Let's see. So if we spend a strength, we get to refresh 2 green die. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the prepare. Action 1 is going to be taking the prepare action. So I got to roll the danger die. Hopefully we get that to at least get 2 the green dice back. Hopefully we get the strength symbol or the Vanguard symbol. No basics, no basics. It's a basic. God dang it. During a just check, move 1 die from the roll pool to their owner's spent pool to turn 1 other die into the basic result. That has nothing to help. Yep, nope, that pretty much did nothing. So, just gotta go in the spent pool. Alright, well, action 2, I think she is going to rest. So, let's go ahead. There's no supplies. Put that, no. Put that there, put that there, put that there. Well, actually, no, it's 3 dice. What the heck are you doing, Brian? So, let's do that. Okay, so we spent the 3 dice. I don't know why the heck I was putting all the dice back. Alright, so that being said... Oh, no, don't touch that. So yeah, she is done. Let's go ahead and draw an event. She's in the thing, the little icon that matches. Progress all time tracks by 1. And we actually have that out now. So, it kind of works, the way that time tracks actually progress, it kind of works a little bit similar to the special effects on the thing. So, on dice checks, so we just gotta progress it by 1, which it is on the first space. If it goes out, then it's gonna go all the way to the thing. It's gonna go to log 505. There's actually a new, on this global condition as well, there's a new travel condition. We have to do a dice check where we refresh to where if we gain the compass symbol, we can refresh 2 dice and then move to the connected sector. But if we roll any accidents, then we just move to a connected sector. So at least we no longer have to worry about danger dice for that one, which is really cool. I like that. All right, so that is recons. It is time to go to security. First action, brother, you have to rest. So I'm going to gain back all of the red dice. All 3 of the red dice. If I could draw a card. It is Stroke of Inspiration. During a dice check, re-roll a blue die. Roll 1 from your spent pool. In the dice combination, roll 1 from your spent pool and add it to your roll pool. That's pretty sweet. And then security, guess what? He's still right here. We have to perform a dice check. Really, all I gotta do for this is just not roll any green or blues together, in which case I can access the thing. So, special action on the turn. Do I want to be ballsy and just do 2? You know what? I'm going to be ballsy and just grab 2. So, grab 2. Gotta grab the danger die. Let's give this a roll. Oh, dang. Well, the accident symbol actually doesn't do anything in this particular case. So, but I did have to do that. I have to spend the die. Because I rolled the danger die. And that's the symbol that is on just a scratch card. Okay, so roll the danger die, roll dice, modify the results. I'm not doing that. I don't need to. Check for dice combinations. Not going to do that either. Resolve the injury and danger die. I spent my dice. And then mark the special effects, which we have 1 Vanguard symbol. And so we're going to spend the Vanguard symbol to move this track. And then spend the rest of the dice, which this will go back onto the board. And the other dice is going to go into the spent pool. So now we get to resolve the outcome, which in this particular case, it is go to log 200. I like these results so far.
Are you getting anywhere? The power will go out shortly.
Who knew interfacing with technology would be difficult, huh? You want to take the front seat?
Well, no, it's just...
Oh, who's that?
Okay, I'm in. It's some sort of a welcome message with instructions and pictograms. Some of it in Chinese, some in English, some in French. And this part, I don't even know what this is.
They were listening to us? But how? The Earth is too far away for even our first radio transmissions to reach this place.
That's a question for later. Now, see that? It seems the sphere can open up.
That's
they wanted
cool.
visitors to get inside.
What for? There's nothing there. Just an old, destroyed system.
They must have a reason. Let me just try this. And this. Do you read us, Vanguard? We're opening the gates.
We read you, away team. Excellent job.
Just cheering,
We see an
yeah.
entire section of the sphere, several hundred miles across, slowly moving. We should be able to steer into the opening. Good job, away team. The rescue ship is on its way. We'll meet you inside.
Captain, we are receiving a transmission from within the sphere.
Congratulations, you've completed your first planetary exploration. Yeah! Let's watch this video.
Run it again.
Perform handshake. This is the middle. Applause. Next step. Time. A long time ago, we began a race. All started at the same time. Thousands. All around. You need them to enter and claim. Go first. Prepare for what comes. We're sorry for stealing your future. It was the only way. Enter. Claim.
Enter? Enter what?
It all started with a string of data, coordinates, discovered inside the non-coding DNA of every living cell on Earth. It took decades to build a ship capable of reaching them. When we arrived, we were welcomed by a pitch-black, cloaked Dyson sphere, undetectable until we almost crashed into it. Inside, a skeleton of a solar system, its matter stripped away, dead rocks bathed in the radiation of an old red giant. Then, something came from within the star. A signal, a patchwork of Earth's old transmissions, glued together into something new and thrown back at us. The glitchy part at the end. What was that?
A fragment our AI couldn't read. Likely, no. Wait. I've seen this encryption before. On the coordinates that led us here. Only, this time it points to hundreds of places, all over the galaxy. What is it, Captain?
Our tribe. Whatever this message meant, one thing was sure. We thought reaching this place was the final objective of our mission. Instead, it was only the beginning.
That is too freaking cool. I love that. Open the System Maps book and mark the Eye of the Void system page 2 with the current system bookmark. Move card RO2, analyzing the message from the research project's card tray B into the awaiting envelope. So yeah, we complete that pretty much completes the first planetary exploration, which is pretty cool. Let me see. I need the ship book. Give me the ship book. Girl. Okay. So, let's see how we're going to do this. Nope, I need the system maps book too. Girl, let me grab that, which I already have. I already technically have it there. So, that's not too big of a deal. Okay, so the first thing it tells us to do is to, let me come to the roll area. Another roll area. The first thing it wants us to do is to take this bookmark and put it in the Eye of Void. We've done that. That's fine. I can put this to the side now. The second thing it wants us to do, which, let me kind of clear some little bit of space here. Oh, I'm so sorry, my peoples. Second thing it wants us to do, let me read that correctly. Move R02, analyzing the message from research project's card tray B into the awaiting envelope. Oh wait, no, this is the ship book, not the awaiting envelope. God, I'm dumb. Oh, give me the awaiting envelope. I know it's in here. I know it's in the box. Got it. That's the awaiting envelope. Bridge cards. Which one would it be under? Pretty sure it's under the bridge cards. RO2. Oh, that's research. I'm sorry. Let me get it over here. Research projects. Research projects, right? Analyzing the message. From the research project. Yep, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was grabbing the bridge cards. Yeah, okay. Research project. Is that all of them? No, that's all of them. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here it is. All right, so we need to take the research project R01, and let me put these back. And we got to put it inside the awaiting envelope. This comes into play whenever we do the ship phase. So, yeah. Let's see. Nope, wrong one. Let's go ahead and proceed. remove mission 3 from the game. So we're gonna take and remove the 5 tutorial event cards from the game. Remove just a scratch injury cards from the game. So let me do this one at a time. Hang on. So let me put that right there. Okay. So we take mission 3, the 5 tutorial event cards, and remove all scratch cards from the game, including the ones attached to crew boards. All right. So, which by the way, this is in the compartment B, this is where you remove that stuff. But this is part of the tutorial, so well, no, screw it. I don't know. Well, anyway. So we take tutorial mission 3. Take all the just a scratch cards. All of the 5 tutorial event cards, and then we are removing them from the game. These came with the tutorial, so I actually have a bag for the tutorial, so I'm gonna put that into there, and that is gonna go in here. Remove mission card 3. All right, what is next? Once we've done that, oh come on. You are now ready to leave the planet. Please note, since the first mission did not make use of the lander, discovery decks, leads, threats, and other elements of the game, certain shipbook procedures will refer to the components that are not on the table. You can safely ignore these steps. Open the shipbook page 25, leaving the planet, and begin ship management. All right, cool. So, let me scoot on my mic just a little bit over so I can open it. So we are gonna go to page 25. Oh, Jesus. So page 25. Felix, no. Felix, get down. Good boy. All right, page 25. Page 25. Leaving the planet, clean up the components. Each crew member returns their section cards and section dice to the section compartment. Return all equipment cards from the planet board on the lander and next to any crew boards back to the armory. We don't have any of that. Return any POI cards with the X icon's point of interest to card tray A. Return any threats with that along with their match and standee. Return any optional mission cards to card tray A. Return all lead tokens to the lead bag. Return all turn tokens. So basically we're cleaning up. So the only things we should have left is the planet board with all revealed POI cards, non-optional missions, unclaimed unique discoveries, and threats without the X icon. Deck of cards, discovery decks, event deck and injuries deck, crew boards, crew member cards, and any injury cards. The lander board with its mod, gathering discoveries and unique discoveries, success tokens, and the rank up card. Well, I'm actually going to leave all this out so I can do this part. Because I can clean up when I'm done. So, docking, mission failure. Well, is that where we're supposed to go next? Go to docking. Well, you know what? Just to see. Let's go ahead and do it. Screw it. Put this right there. Give me some room. So I gotta clean up everything. Let me go ahead and make sure. I'm just making sure I'm doing it correctly. That's all. Okay, so I guess I'll just go ahead and take it step by step. Let's see. Okay, so it says each crew member returns their section cards and section dice to their section compartment. So that should be the first thing we do. Let's start with security. Put that right there. Put that right there. Return the section dice. Get this in there. He is now saved. I'll put this right there. I need recons now. Yeah. We're gonna go ahead and put this. I almost went through all of her cards. Jesus. Put that right there. Section compartment dice. Okay. And her turn token availability. She is now picked up. That's good. Okay, return all equipment cards. We don't have any. Return any POI cards with the X icon to the points of interest card tray A. Do any of those have that? Which I don't think they do. I don't see that symbol anywhere. So they don't. Return any threat cards. There's no threats on the board. Return optional mission cards to missions card tray A, which actually mission 1 was supposed to be removed from the game as well. Okay. Herpter. Return all lead tokens to the lead bag. We ranked up, so that is good. Oh wait, no, those are success tokens. What the heck am I doing? We don't have any lead tokens. Lead tokens is a completely different thing. Return all turn tokens. Time. Let's see. Turn tokens. I did that already. Oh, turn tokens. Time tokens. All back to the bag. Derp, 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 derp. Any more of those? There is not. I will pick these up afterwards, actually. Markers, crew member minis, the lander standee, the start token, and all remaining dice to the box. So basically everything else. That's fine. Screw it. We'll do it. Just so you guys can see what the full thing looks like. Where is it was here the whole time. So we gotta return markers. And the reason I'm doing this is because there's a process for the ship management step of the game, which it's going to have me save it at the end. So, crew boards, crew member cards, and any injury cards. Well, it said to remove the dice. It said to for the tutorial stuff, we were supposed to remove the rest of that from the game. So, not worried about that. Because it's a tutorial mission. That's going to come up when we get injured on other planets. The tutorial was basically to show you how that ended up working. So, we saved everything. Put all of this back in the box. Oh, forgot a marker. Ain't that something? I forgot a marker. How about that? So, all right, return the miniatures. Yeah, hey, get your butt over here. Okay. And I also forgot a danger die. Put that right there. Get the bag of dice. Woo! Okay, so got everything up there. The only thing should be left on the table is the planet board with all revealed POI cards. Got that. Non-optional missions. Got that. Were we supposed to move global conditions too? Return all global condition cards to the global condition. Yep, let's skip that step. Didn't say to remove them from the game, just said to return them. Alright. Discovery decks, event deck, and injuries deck. It told us to remove all that. Crew boards, crew member cards, and injury cards. It told us. Well, they did have injury cards, but it said to remove them. The tutorial ones, including the ones on the board, on the crew member boards. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, the lander board with its mods. We don't have the lander yet. Gather discoveries and unique discoveries. We have the unique discovery, the success tokens, and the rank up card. Go to docking. Each player takes all crew members from the resting crew. Now this part is going to be pretty cool. Resting crew. Is that all of them? Yes, it is. Okay. Let me move this over here. Well, we got the unique discovery, and we also ranked up. Let me move this up a hair. I need that fallen, so. All right. Let's come back to the. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, so anyway, we took all of our players, the rest of the crew, out of the resting crew section. Crew members in your hand are known as available crew members. Leave crew members on crew boards where they are for now. Players who control more than one station keep their available crew members from all their sections together in one hand. Okay, but I have them all, so there are the crew members in your hand are in the ship management phase is known as the available crew members. During ship management, you'll be able to assign them to various tasks. Pages in the ship book marked with that little red symbol with the arrow, that's a human with an arrow pointing down, allow one or more crew members of any section or sections to be assigned part of the procedure on that page. The full details of the assignment are found on the page itself. Whenever you assign a crew member, you immediately return them into the resting crew. Okay? You can never assign your last available crew member of each section. Each section must always have at least one available crew member until the away team is formed. Go to page 27, debriefing. See right here. So we can actually assign a crew member as an instructor, but they have to be a rank 2 and above. So the first thing we can do is the rank card was flipped. We get to promote our crew members. So the crew members that actually took place on the mission itself, they get to rank up because we had those success tokens. So to do so, let's see. All right. You're going to take them currently out of their sleeve, and you're actually going to put them in the rank 2 sleeve. So now when I bring these guys on future missions, they're actually going to be a little bit better off because they're ranked up. I mean, that's great. That's always great to rank up, is it not? I like it. Okay. So that is a ship. And the reason why I'm doing the ship management phase is because when it's all said and done, the last thing is gonna have me do is save the game. Alrighty, so you may buy new dice for all sections. To do this, discard a number of success tokens from the success pool equal to the number of dice currently owned by each section. So we currently have, we only have 4. So we didn't get to do that because we only have 4. So each time you do so cost wait. We have 5 dice, so we have to have 5 success tokens, and that's okay. If you have enough success tokens, you can buy dice more than once during the ship management. For example, if each section currently has 6 dice, you must spend 6 tokens to buy 1 new die for each section. We can't do that. Each time you buy a die, you can assign a crew member. Each time you buy a die, You may assign one crew member of rank 2 or 3 to be an instructor. Doing so reduces the cost to purchase the die by rank 1. By 1, rank 2 instructor, or 2 for a rank 3 instructor. Okay, so I think that's what I'm gonna do then. So I can purchase a dice for all of the sections. Nope. I'm gonna assign the recon. So she is gonna go into the resting crew. Now I get to, it's only gonna cost 4 instead of 5 to buy a new dice for each of the section compartments. I like that. Guess what? I have 4. That is really cool. Alright. So now I get to buy dice. Let me get them all here. Yeah. So, oh, nope, wrong one. I need the blue dice. Okay. So, that being said, I guess I will do security team first. So they got a shield, red, and I like to go by their basic symbol stuff. That's usually what I put it by. Red shield and red strength. So I think what I'm gonna do. So they have more red dice than anything in the blue dice. How much dice colors do they have? I only got one green die and one blue die. So let's go ahead and give these guys another blue die. Because they were at the recon thing, so I think I'm going to give them a blue wrench. Give them a blue wrench. Okay? So that is security. He's still going to stay over here because I'm pretty sure he's going to go to the resting crew. Alrighty. Actually, no, hold on. I got a resting crew is actually still, which when I was setting this up, I didn't know if I was going to take along what section. So I have that one in the engineering. I have to do them next. And then I have him, or her, in the other one. Alright. So let's go ahead and get you out of here. Let's do recon next. Let me grab her. What was her symbol? It was a computer. What's the symbol of the other one? It's a green strength. I think I'm gonna go ahead. She has mostly green. Let's give her another green die. She mostly uses those, but let's give it... I think I'm going to, just to kind of keep it simple, I'm going to give Recon the die that has mostly Vanguard symbols on it. Alright. So that is Recon. Let's do this one next. Let's do I take that back. Let's do engineering next. So engineering has the blue squid looking thing. Let me grab the player board. It'll be easier for me to determine that. They mainly have blue die. So I think it's safe to give them another. Let's give them a green die. What do they got? 2 red, 2 blue, 2. Yeah, let's give them another green die. I'm gonna give one. I don't know why I closed it. Give them like Recon. I'm gonna give one with more Vanguard symbols. All right. And finally, so that's engineering. Finally, let's go ahead and do science. Science has 2 blue, 2 green, 1 red. Let's give them a red. So until I start getting more crew members, that's when I'm going to be a little bit more particular about it. So, where is that? I know it's around here somewhere. Nope, 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 nope. There it is. It's at the bottom. Let's give science similar like to the others. 1 with more Vanguard symbols on it. I like playing security, so... Alright, so we bought dice. No longer need to worry about buying dice. And this will help us prepare in future missions. Alright. So this was the one. He's probably going to go to resting crew. Alright, next thing we're going to do is to go to unloading. Alright, so unload unique discoveries. In order, resolve when the unloaded effect of unique discoveries on the lander and the found discovery slot on the planet board. Then move that card to its corresponding slot on page 2930. We have the unique discovery number 1. And it says, when unloaded, place research project R01 alien materials in the awaiting envelope. Which we did that, right? Research project 1. Alien, yeah, that one's already in there, so that's good, because it told us to do it earlier, which is odd, but I digress. So, put that in there. Gain bonus bridge upgrades. If you fill a row completely, gain the card listed next to the row. Move card B11, holo trophies from the bridge upgrades to the awaiting envelope. Alright, cool. So when we fill up an entire row, of cards, we get the little bonus on the side. That's really cool. Unload other discoveries. We have none. Store the lander. Go to medbay. That's not medbay. Install medbay up. This is where it's going to count to where crews are going to be injured. If they had, like, for example, excuse me. If they've had 1 injury, they would go here. If they would have 2 injuries, they would go here. And if they would have 3 injuries, they would go in the 3rd slot. And they would have to perform a survival check after placing the crew member here, because there's a chance that they may die and we may never be able to do that. To do a survival check, we would roll 3 injury dice. If you roll the blood with the splatter underneath and 1 regular blood, or 2 blood with the splatter underneath results, the crew member dies, which sucks. Return all injury cards to the deck. So he didn't do that, but I know he's supposed to go to the resting crew. I know that for certain. So that's the hall. The memory wall for science, and then safe. So we don't need to do anything in the med bay, necessarily. So we have to record our current planet, which I'm going to do that after. But basically, the way you see it, like all the point of interest cards, if we ever decide to come back here, that's what's going to we have to refill this up if we ever want to come back to the Eye of the Void, for example. But I'm going to do that off camera because I got to go get me a pencil. So I apologize for that. I'm going to be sure to have a pencil in the box just for this purpose. All right, so we're at a save point. Yeah, that's what it says. Take a blank record sheet, write the name, the number of landing car that is currently in the planetary scanner, which we don't have any of that, so I'm not going to worry about any of that. Write the name and sector of any threats that are on the board, write the number of each unique discovery still on the planet, etc. And place it back in card tray B. Save other card and trades. Return all threat cards to their matching standings to the box. Return all point of interest cards to the planet board to the point of interest cards tray A. Return all unique discovery cards and planet board to unique discoveries in card tray A. Place all available crew members, cards, and players' hands into the awaiting envelope. Yeah, I know this crew member goes into the resting crew because he's injured. We used him in this, so that's where he's supposed to go. I know that for certain. So all of the rest of the guys are gonna go in. So nope, I got that backwards. Wait. Yeah, he's gonna go into the resting crew. Everybody else is gonna go into the awaiting envelope. Got it. All available crew members, cards, and players' hands into the awaiting envelope. So we're gonna be using them next time we do this. So they're gonna go inside the awaiting envelope. Alright, return any remaining POI cards, point of interest cards. Place any tokens from the success, command, and energy pools token to the awaiting envelope. Close and store the Planetopedia. Shuffle any discarded event cards back into the deck, then return to the Discoveries decks, the event deck, and the injury deck to card tray A. That's basically how it gets done. But that, my good friends, is Planet Mission 1 success. We are going to continue this. I'm probably going to try to do this at least every other week. I think that's how I'm going to rock this, so I don't have to worry about it necessarily every Saturday. So every other Saturday is when we are going to take on a new mission in ISS Vanguard. But without further ado, everybody, that is ISS Vanguard in a nutshell. There's more rules to it that we didn't get to see today, and that's only because, there's more rules that still need to be discovered, but I'm gonna save those for the next live stream. So if anybody liked today's video or today's live stream, please drop a like on it and comment what you think of these playthroughs. I actually went get a light to better see things. So hopefully the quality of my videos are going to start getting a little bit better. So yeah, please drop a comment on it on what you think. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know when I go live or when I post a new video, if you have not done so already. But as always, everybody, I am your friendly neighborhood guru, and I will see you on in this case, I will see you on the next Tabletop Temple. Goodbye.